Roads were built to connect people, to carry them safely from one place to another, but some roads were never safe. Some roads were built through places where no road should exist, carved into the sides of cliffs, stretched across frozen wastelands, punched through mountains by hand with no machinery, no safety equipment, and no second chances. People die on these roads every year. Buses disappear over edges, cars vanish into fog that never lifts, and still, people drive them. Because sometimes there is no other way. Today we count down the 25 most dangerous roads ever built on this planet. Every single one of them is real. Every single one of them is still in use. Road number 25. Trollstigen, the Troll's Path, Norway. The name comes from Norse mythology. Trolls were creatures of the mountains, massive, unpredictable, dangerous. And the road named after them is exactly that. 11 hairpin turns climbing straight up a near vertical mountain face. A waterfall, the Stigfossen, pours directly across the road halfway up. In winter, the road is completely closed. It opens each year around late May, sometimes later. When the snow finally clears enough for traffic to pass. Trollstigen was completed in 1936 after 8 years of construction. The terrain was so extreme that engineers had to design the road in a continuous zigzag, the only way to climb the mountain at all. Today, up to 1 million tourists visit each year. Large buses and motorhomes regularly attempt the climb. At several turns, the road is so tight that buses must perform multi-point turns to get around the corners. On rainy days, the waterfall grows so powerful it floods the road surface. Drivers stop not because the road is blocked, but because they need to sit and process what they are looking at. Road number 24, Stelvio Pass, Italy. This road was built in 1825 by the Austrian Empire to connect the province of Lombardy to the rest of the empire. At 2,757 metres above sea level, it is the highest paved mountain pass in the Eastern Alps. It has 48 hairpin turns on the northern approach alone, each one numbered, each one a separate challenge. Top Gear named it the greatest driving road in the world. That was before anyone pointed out that several people die on it every year. The road closes completely every winter, usually from November to June, because of avalanche risk and snow depths that make passage impossible. In summer, it draws thousands of cyclists who treat its numbered hairpins as a pilgrimage. The Giro d'Italia cycle race has used Stelvio Pass as a stage finish multiple times. Cyclists have been found collapsed in the hairpins, unable to continue. Motorcyclists die here in crashes every summer season. The concrete barriers between the road and the drops are low. In many sections, there are none at all. Road number 23, the Transfagarasan Highway, Romania. This road was built for one reason, and that reason was fear. In 1970, Romanian dictator Nicolae Ceausescu ordered its construction after the Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1968. He wanted a road that would allow military equipment to move rapidly through the Carpathian Mountains in case of invasion. It was built between 1970 and 1974, almost entirely by military conscripts. An estimated 40 soldiers died during construction. The road reaches an altitude of over 2,000 metres. It passes through 887 metres of tunnels, crosses 27 viaducts and bridges, and includes sections of near-vertical hairpin ascent through the Fagaras Mountains. Top Gear called it the most beautiful road in the world. It is open only from late June to October. For the rest of the year, it is buried under meters of snow. During the open season, it is regularly closed without warning due to fog, rockfalls or sudden snowstorms, even in August. People have driven into fog and not come back. Road number 22, the Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. Before 1977, the village of Guoliang in Henan province was almost completely cut off from the outside world. The only access was a treacherous stone staircase carved into the cliff face, used for centuries. No vehicle could reach the village. In 1972, 13 villagers decided to change this. With hand tools, steel chisels, hammers, and shovels, they began cutting a road directly through the mountain. It took them 5 years. Road number 21, the Tianmen Mountain Road, 99 Bends, China. Construction began in 1998 and took 7 years and cost more than 100 million yuan. The result is an 11-kilometre road with exactly 99 sharp hairpin turns that coils up the face of Tianmen Mountain in Hunan province, from 200 metres above sea level to 1,300 metres. From above, it looks like someone drew a spiral on the mountain with a white marker. From a bus window looking at the bend ahead and the void below, it looks entirely different. The road was opened to the public in 2006. It exists primarily as a tourist attraction. Buses run up and down daily, driven by professional local drivers who reportedly complete up to 10 round trips per day. Road number 20, Fairy Meadows Road, Pakistan. The name is deceptive. There is nothing fairy tale about this road. It is a 16-kilometre unpaved track that begins at the Karakoram Highway and climbs to a valley at 3,300 metres altitude near the base of Nanga Parbat, the 9th highest mountain in the world and one of the most dangerous to climb. The road was built by the local community to provide access for trekkers and mountaineers. It has no guardrails. In most sections, it is barely wide enough for one jeep. Vehicles on this road are specially modified jeeps driven by local drivers who know every inch of the track. Tourists sit in the back and hold on. The road runs along cliff edges with drops of hundreds of metres. In sections, it narrows so severely that 2 vehicles cannot pass each other. One must reverse to a wider section to allow the other through. Near the end of the drivable section, the road simply stops. The last part of the journey to Fairy Meadows must be completed on foot. Nanga Parbat rises above everything. It has killed over 60 mountaineers. The road to reach it has claimed more. Road number 19, the Karakoram Highway, connecting Pakistan and China. Construction began in 1959 and was completed in 1979. It took 20 years. During those 2 decades, approximately 810 Pakistani and 200 Chinese workers died, mostly in landslides and falls, building this road through terrain that had never been traversed by motorized vehicles. Over 140 Chinese workers who died are buried in a cemetery in Gilgit, Pakistan. The highway follows one of the ancient branches of the Silk Road. The Karakoram Highway reaches an elevation of 4,714 metres at Kunjarab Pass on the Chinese-Pakistani border, one of the highest paved international border crossings in the world. The road passes through the collision zone of the Eurasian and Indian tectonic plates, meaning the mountains around it are still growing and still moving. Landslides close sections of the road regularly. Road number 18, the Sichuan-Tibet Highway, China. This road connects the city of Chengdu in Sichuan province to Lhasa in Tibet. It stretches over 2,100 kilometres and crosses 14 mountains, 12 of which exceed 4,000 metres altitude. Construction began in 1950, and the road opened to traffic on December 25, 1954. It was built by the People's Liberation Army using manual labour with minimal machinery. It is considered one of the greatest engineering feats of 20th century China. The road passes through some of the most geologically unstable terrain in the world. Rock avalanches, mudslides, and flooding regularly close sections without warning. During the rainy season, sections become rivers of mud where vehicles can be stuck for days. The road crosses gorges where the drops reach 3,000 metres. It is one of the few roads where the scenery is so spectacular and the danger so constant that both compete for your attention simultaneously. Road number 17, the Dalton Highway, Alaska. This road was built in 1974 to support construction of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. It runs 666 kilometres from Fairbanks to Prudhoe Bay on the Arctic Ocean. For most of its length, it is unpaved gravel. There are 3 small communities along the entire route, 3 places to stop, refuel, or call for help. The nearest hospital to many sections of the road is hours away by helicopter. In winter, temperatures drop to -50 degrees Celsius. The Dalton Highway became famous internationally through the History Channel television show Ice Road Truckers, which featured commercial truck drivers making deliveries to Prudhoe Bay oil fields in winter. The show made it look dramatic. The reality is more so. Flying gravel from trucks regularly shatters windshields. In summer, the road becomes a dust storm behind every vehicle. Sections wash out in spring floods. Polar bears have been sighted on the road. Drivers are advised to carry survival gear, emergency food, a spare tyre, and to never drive alone. Several drivers have disappeared on this road. Not all of them have been found. Road number 16, the Leh Manali Highway, India. This road connects the city of Manali in Himachal Pradesh to Leh in Ladakh, a distance of 479 kilometres through some of the highest terrain traversed by any public road in the world. It crosses 5 high mountain passes, including the Tanglang La at 5,328 metres, one of the highest motorable passes on Earth. The road is open for only 4 to 5 months a year, typically from June to October. The road passes through areas of extreme altitude where oxygen levels are roughly 50% of those at sea level. Altitude sickness is common. Vehicles break down in sections where temperature swings between day and night exceed 30 degrees Celsius. In July 2023, a section of the highway was washed away entirely by torrential rains, stranding hundreds of vehicles. Flash floods, rockfalls, and sudden blizzards can occur at any time. Military convoys, trucks, motorcyclists, and tourist buses share the narrow, unguarded road. Crosses and memorials mark the sites of fatal accidents along its entire length. Road number 15, the Strada delle 52 Gallery, the road of 52 tunnels, Italy. This road was not built for traffic, it was built for war. During World War I, Austrian and Italian forces fought for control of the Pasubio Massif in the Alps for years. To supply their positions at over 2,000 metres altitude, Italian engineers cut a road into the mountain between 1917 and 1918, 6.5 kilometres long, passing through 52 tunnels entirely by hand while under enemy fire. The road was used to carry mules, supplies, and wounded soldiers through the mountain during active combat. Today, it is a hiking trail, one of the most dramatic and historically significant in all of Italy. The tunnels are unlit. Some are barely wide enough for a person to walk through. Inside several of them, wartime graffiti is still visible on the walls. Names, dates, drawings left by Italian soldiers who built the road, knowing many of them would not survive the war. The mountain above is still full of unexploded ordnance. Hikers are warned not to leave the path. Road number 14, the Killer Kishtwar Road, India. This road runs for 235 kilometres through the Kishtwar Himalaya in Jammu and Kashmir. It is a single-track dirt road with no guardrails, carved into near-vertical mountain faces above drops that reach 2,500 metres. It is widely considered one of the most dangerous roads in India, and India has competition. Parts of the road are so narrow that vehicles cannot pass each other. Drivers must reverse to wider sections to allow oncoming traffic through. Road number 13, the Bayburt D915, Turkey. This 180-kilometre road connects the town of Ov on the Black Sea coast to Bayburt in northeastern Turkey. It crosses the Saganli mountain range through 29 hairpin turns with no guardrails. It is unpaved for much of its length. The road is frequently covered in fog that reduces visibility to metres. In winter, snowfall makes it impassable for weeks at a time. Some sources have called it the deadliest road in the world based on accident-to-traffic ratio. The most iconic section is called Derebaşı Turns, 13 hairpins that climb from 1,712 metres to 2,034 metres in just 5 kilometres, with an average gradient of 10%. In wet conditions, the unpaved surface becomes mud. In winter, it becomes ice. Local drivers know this road and treat it with respect. Tourist drivers who approach it expecting a scenic drive regularly find themselves in situations they cannot reverse from, literally and otherwise. The road is technically a public highway. There are no warnings posted. Road number 12, the Atlantic Ocean Road, Norway. This road is dangerous in a completely different way from everything else on this list. It does not climb mountains. It crosses the open Atlantic Ocean, jumping between small islands and rocky outcrops on 8 bridges, including the dramatically curved Storsøysundet Bridge, which appears, from certain angles, to simply end in mid-air over the water. The road was built between 1983 and 1989 and was designated a national tourist route in Norway. During Atlantic storms, which arrive regularly and violently, waves crash directly onto the road surface. The Storsøysundet Bridge was designed with a curve and a hump that allow waves to pass underneath it rather than over it, but in the most severe storms, the entire road becomes impassable as the ocean simply moves across it. Wind speeds during winter, storms can exceed 100 kilometers per hour. During construction in the 1980s, the project was hit by 12 hurricanes. Workers called it the Road of the Century, sometimes sarcastically. Some of the most dramatic driving footage ever filmed has been shot here, with vehicles crossing as waves sweep across the tarmac. The views on a calm day are among the most beautiful in Norway. Road number 11, the Taroko Gorge Road, Taiwan. This road runs for 19 kilometers through a gorge so narrow that in places the walls are only a few meters apart, rising hundreds of meters above the road on both sides. It was built between 1956 and 1960 using largely veteran soldiers from the Nationalist Chinese Army as labour. The construction cost 212 lives. The road was carved directly into solid marble. Taroko Gorge is one of the most marble-dense geological formations in the world. The gorge is in an extremely seismically active zone. Rockfalls and landslides close sections of the road regularly, sometimes permanently, requiring rerouting. In April 2024, a major earthquake struck Taiwan and caused massive rockfalls throughout Taroko Gorge, trapping hikers and closing the road entirely. Several people were killed. The road is also subject to typhoon flooding, which can completely cut off the gorge for days. The marble walls, turquoise blue and white, are among the most beautiful geological formations in Asia. Road number 10, the Kolyma Highway, Philippines. This road is the highest in the Philippines, reaching 2,255 meters altitude as it crosses the Cordillera Mountains of northern Luzon. It runs 150 kilometers from Baguio City to Bontoc, a journey that can take 8 hours or more depending on conditions. The road was built during the American colonial period, named after American engineer Eusebius Halsema, who oversaw its construction in the 1920s. The Kolyma Highway is regularly hit by typhoons, which cause landslides that bury sections of the road under meters of earth and rock. In 2022, Typhoon Karding caused multiple landslides along the highway, completely burying several sections and trapping vehicles on both sides. The road has no guardrails in most sections. The drops from its edges into the valleys below are severe. Buses carrying passengers to and from the Cordillera Mountains travel this road daily. Accidents involving buses going over the edge have occurred multiple times. Local drivers say the road has to be respected because it does not tolerate arrogance. Road number 9, Zojila Pass, India. This mountain pass sits at 3,528 meters and provides the only road connection between Kashmir and the Ladakh region. It is 9 kilometers long. It is unpaved. It is closed by snow for 6 months of every year. During the First Kashmir War in 1948, Pakistani-supported forces seized Zojila from India. It was recaptured by Indian forces in November 1948. In an operation that involved using tanks at altitude for the first time in military history. During the months when Zojila is open, it carries an extraordinary volume of traffic for its size. Military convoys, supply trucks, local buses, and tourist vehicles all share a track barely wide enough for 2 vehicles to pass. Snow drifts up to 15 meters high line both sides of the road in spring. In 2009, 350 people were stranded on the pass due to heavy snowfall and had to be rescued by police. A tunnel to bypass Zojila has been under construction since 2018, a 14-kilometer tunnel that will reduce crossing time from over 3 hours to just 15 minutes. Road number 8, the Kabul-Jalalabad Highway, Afghanistan. This 65-kilometer road follows the Kabul River Gorge through the Hindu Kush Mountains, dropping from 1,800 meters to 575 meters in a rapid descent filled with hairpin turns and sheer drops. The road itself has always been dangerous, narrow with crumbling edges and no barriers. But what makes it singular in this list is not the terrain alone. For decades, this road has also been one of the most militarily contested in the world. Road number 7, Ruta 40, Argentina. This is the longest road in Argentina, 5,194 kilometers running from the Bolivian border in the north to the tip of Patagonia in the south. It is also one of the most varied and unpredictable roads on Earth. Sections pass through high Andean passes with extreme weather. Sections run through remote Patagonian desert, where the nearest town can be 200 kilometers away. In some stretches, the road simply disappears. Gravel gives way to dirt, which gives way to nothing, and drivers navigate by landmarks. Patagonian section is particularly notorious for wind. Gusts of 150 kilometers per hour have been recorded on open stretches, strong enough to flip vehicles. Motorcyclists attempting the full length of Route 40 have been blown off the road. In winter, the Andean sections are buried in snow and completely impassable. Fuel stations are separated by enormous distances. Several travellers have run out of fuel in the desert sections and been stranded for days before being found. Despite all of this, or because of it, Route 40 is one of the great legendary road trips of the world. People drive it in ancient vehicles. People walk sections of it. Some people have ridden it on horseback. It asks something of everyone who travels it. Road number 6, the Col de Torini, France. This pass in the Maritime Alps near the Italian border reaches 1,607 metres altitude. It is well maintained, paved, and by the standards of this list relatively modern. So why is it here? Because every January this road becomes the most dangerous 35 kilometres of tarmac in the world, as the stage for the Rally Monte Carlo night stage, the oldest motorsport rally in the world, first held in 1911. At night, in January in the Alps, drivers push cars to the physical limits of what machines and humans can do. The Monte Carlo Rally night stage on Col di Torini takes place in freezing temperatures, often on ice and snow, with spectators lining the unfenced roads meters from cars travelling at 180 kilometers per hour. The combination of speed, darkness, ice, narrow roads, and no barriers has led to fatal accidents involving both competitors and spectators over the decades. Drivers who have driven it describe the experience as unlike anything else in motorsport. A black mountain road, lit only by headlights, with the edge of the cliff invisible in the dark just beyond. Hundreds of thousands of spectators travel to watch it live every year. The road itself says nothing. It simply waits. Road number 5, Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. This road was built in the 1890s during the gold rush in the Shotover River Canyon near Queenstown. Miners needed access to the gold fields. There were no engineers, no heavy machinery, no safety standards. Workers blasted and carved a road into the cliff face by hand, above the raging Shotover River below. The result is 26 kilometres of narrow, unpaved single-lane road, with sheer drops of hundreds of metres, no guardrails, and sections where the rock wall forces vehicles to within centimetres of the edge. The road is considered so dangerous that most rental car companies in New Zealand explicitly prohibit driving on it in their insurance contracts. If you crash on Skipper's Canyon Road in a rental car, you're not covered. You pay for everything yourself. The road is not closed to the public. It is technically drivable by any vehicle. But the combination of narrow track, blind corners, unstable surface, and the Shotover River hundreds of metres below has made it legendary among off-road drivers worldwide. Local tour operators take visitors along it in modified vehicles. Some guests grip the door handles so hard they leave marks in the upholstery. Road number 4, Los Caracoles Pass, Chile. The name means the snails, named for the coiling spiral shape of its switchbacks climbing the Andes. This section of road sits at nearly 3,200 meters altitude on the road between Santiago, Chile and Mendoza, Argentina, one of the main international crossings between the two countries. Every year, thousands of trucks carrying goods between Chile and Argentina must negotiate these switchbacks. Many of them are fully loaded 40-ton heavy vehicles navigating turns designed for far smaller traffic. In winter, the road is regularly closed by snow and ice. Trucks that are caught by sudden weather closures can be stranded at altitude for days. In summer, the dust thrown up by traffic creates near zero visibility for vehicles following behind. brake failures on heavy trucks, caused by the sustained downhill pressure on the Chilean side, have sent vehicles over the edges multiple times. The views from Los Caracoles are extraordinary. The Andes spread in every direction, the road coiling below you like a white ribbon on brown stone. It is one of those places where the scale of the landscape makes you feel very small, and the edge feels very close. Road number 3, the Kolyma Highway, the Road of Bones, Russia. This road stretches 2,031 kilometers through the Russian Far East, from Yakutsk to Magadan. Construction began in 1932 under the Soviet Gulag system, built by political prisoners and criminal convicts using hand tools in temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius. Historians estimate that hundreds of thousands of people died during its construction. Their bodies were not removed. They were buried in the road itself, or beside it, as work continued. The road is literally built on human remains, which is why it is called what it is called. Today, the Kolyma Highway is classified as a federal highway. It is theoretically maintained. In summer, sections become rivers of mud that trap vehicles for hours. In spring, the melting permafrost causes the road surface to buckle and collapse. In winter, the safest driving season, temperatures can reach -50 and fuel freezes in tanks. There are almost no services along the route. Broken down vehicles have been found abandoned with their drivers never accounted for. When the snow melts in spring, bones still surface from the road embankment. Road number 2, the North Yungas Road, El Camino de la Muerte, the Death Road, Bolivia. This road was built in the 1930s using Paraguayan prisoners of war captured during the Chaco War between Bolivia and Paraguay. It runs 64 kilometers from La Paz, Bolivia's capital, at 3,600 meters altitude, descending through cloud forest to Coroico at 1,200 meters. It is 3 meters wide in its narrowest sections. It has no guardrails. In 1995, the Inter-American Development Bank officially declared it the most dangerous road in the world. Road number 1, the Pamir Highway, M41, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. This road follows one of the oldest routes in human history, an ancient branch of the Silk Road used for centuries by merchants, armies and empires moving between China, Persia and India. The Soviet Union built its modern form in the 1930s, mostly between 1931 and 1934, as a strategic military highway through the Pamir Mountains. At its highest point, the Akbaytal Pass at 4,655 meters, it is the second highest international highway in the world. The Pamir Mountains are known as the roof of the world. The road that crosses them earns that name every kilometre. The M41 runs 1,252 kilometres from Osh in Kyrgyzstan to Dushanbe in Tajikistan. There are almost no medical facilities along the route. The nearest hospital can be an entire day's drive away. This road is not the most dramatic on this list. It is the most honest, because it shows what roads truly are, a thin line of human will drawn across terrain that does not want to be crossed.